What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of On Fire Fishing. I'm your host, Joe, and on this episode, we're gonna go. It's a continuation of the last episode where we went for Kona crab. And while we let this crab net soak, we usually here in Hawaii go bottom for Nabeta, dunk for eel, or troll for Papio. In this case, we're shallow enough and we want to just test out the motor and stuff, so we troll for Papio. So if we catch some Papio and stuff, we can make maybe Papio sashimi, maybe nigiri, and in this episode maybe I'll try, since avocado's in season, I'll make maybe a caterpillar roll. So alright, wish us luck, and alright, let's go holo holo. As you can see, it's a little bit rainy. When I mean a little bit, I mean a lot of it. But like in Hawaii, as they say, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. And look, it turned out to be beautiful. And of course, Cap Ron Johnson on again. So right now I'm just gonna clear a line and be his wingman and net for him. So if two guys hook up, either you leave 2 lines out, hope for the double strike, or clear line, and the other guy just be the good guy and help net for the other guy. So that's what's happening in this case. So here we go. Look at this guy. Can't take him anywhere, huh? So we're just trying to bring it in. He's trying to bring it in slow. Make sure we don't lose the first one. Here it is. Nice and easy. Boom. Money in the bank. Fish on board. So what we did was drop the Kona crab nets, and then we went trolling around and lucky enough to catch one. What we do is we actually go around and we'll troll the edges of the reef. So you want to maybe stay 10-15 feet off, just so you don't snag the reef or hit your motor. But what you can do is double down and whip. If you got a good driver and then you can troll the edge of the reef, and you have somebody that can whip in a front side, just to cover the ground. And to me, it really does increase your odds by at least double, because now you're throwing it into 1-2 feet of water over the reef and then bringing it right over that ledge, and usually it'll strike as soon as you pop it over that ledge. So what I'm using is just an 8-foot pen rod with the 550 reel. Through maybe, I think J-line is 30-pound braid, and I'm actually using a water bubble, but instead of water I'm using BBs, and I measure out 1.5 ounces, and that's the perfect I guess splash to float ratio. And with all those BBs, it gives like almost like a rattle trap. It gives a lot of vibration and noise through the water column, which really I think draws your attention up, and I almost always get a hit. So even if you're just doing this will attract them to your lures that you're dragging in the back, where they'll come out and off their edge and look. So it's almost like a fleeing fish. So if you can do this, I actually saw this on Scuba Chris's website or whatever. But what I did was I ended up using the PVC pipe glue just to seal the ends so it's waterproof. And look at this, a nice size papio. A nice beautiful papio right off the edge of the reef. Look at that, perfect. Here you go. See you later. See you and get about a couple pounds bigger. It was a nice fish, but you know what? Let's not be greedy and let them go to let them grow, right? Alright, here. So we're just gonna go some more trolling real quick while we're waiting for the crab nest to soak. Cutting across, lining up with the reef again. We're just gonna troll right at the edge. And again, Cap Johnson on the money. I already cleared the lines. Let him fight him. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Here we go. And we're on. Oh, this is nice. See, this is the size we want. A little bit bigger, a little nicer. Actually, this is a white papio. So you can see how it has a bigger eye. Real silver. So when you hook with one of these, when you guys are out there, this is when you guys want to kind of do donuts and circle the area, because if you guys dive or fish, you guys know that these guys travel in huge schools. So if you ever dive, you see a wall of them. But if you ever catch an omilu, which is a blue trevally, you'll notice they're only running one or two, like two, a pair of two or even a three. So when you hook one, they'll follow each other to the boat. These guys are just almost like a pack mentality. They'll just circle the area, so you want to kind of circle around and see if you can get a double or triple. But unfortunately, that's the last one we got for the day, but at least it was a good size one. And here, ooh, on. Nice, 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 nice. Papio, papio. Nope, not a papio. Papio, you can know it's a papio because the head shape, just by the body shape and the fin size, you can feel the head really pump. This is a trumpet fish here we call it in Hawaii, or whiptail, whatever, stickfish. But these trumpet fish, or yagara in Japan, are really prized in Japan, and they're actually really good eating if you know how to clean them and prep them. A lot of people here in Hawaii just throw them away because, you know, they're just so skinny. But if you catch them one that's 4 or 5 feet, this is perfect. But a lot of people throw them back because, as you can see in a few seconds, you'll just see all the slime. So what you do is, by the mouth is kind of sharp, so you want to grab right by the two side fins, right behind the gills, right there. That way you don't get cut. And then what I like to do, see the slime? Ugh. But this is what you do, is you actually try to kill it like any other fish. You want to kill it so that way you put out this misery. But for this fish, you want to kill it early to actually stop it from producing the slime. And then, especially if you're going to make sashimi or something like that, actually killing it early will actually make the meat a lot better. It won't have any of that buildup of toxins or anything, you know, as far as like lactic acid. So it makes it really nice. So right here, I'll be clearing the papio and the yagara or the trumpet fish. But you can actually check out one of my other videos. I do a really detailed one of how to clean this trumpet fish. But let me just show you how to clean this papio for sashimi, because I'm not like Taku and Outdoor Chef Life is a master with a knife. But because I'm not, this is the way I do it. I cut both sides by the head, and I scale it, of course, so I don't get any scales over the meat. But I peel the skin back, and look at this. You will never get that clean of a skin doing it any other way. I mean, this is grade A sushi chef quality type of skinning. You still have the silver skin on it. It's nice and beautiful. So what you're gonna do is cut it from the top down, all the way down to hit the spine, up and over the spine, over the rib cage, down through the bottom, and nice little cuts. There you go. Yeah, look at the fish, not at my white hair. I know a lot of it's in there, but all right, cut it all the way down to the bottom, and you're gonna just see a really, really nice sushi fillet. All you're gonna have to do is take out that center line, and that is money. So even with a smaller papio, you still can make really sashimi quality fish. Right here. So this is the papio. I'm just cutting it. It's your choice if you wanna lay it skin side up or skin side down. But because I did leave that silver skin on just for the presentation, I'm gonna present it that way. And even if you wanna lay it on the fish, it'll make an unbelievable presentation. It almost looks like aji, yeah? Or even a hamachi in certain sushi restaurants, how they'll make it. Look at that. I mean, I would pay money for that. Especially put it on a nice plate, it'll look really nice. So let me grab, this is actually the yagara or the trumpet fish. Look how big the loins are. And that was not bad size, but it actually makes really good sashimi loins. So right now I'm just cutting off the belly section, just because I really want nice, clean lines and part of the fish. You want to just make all solid chunks. So right now I'm cutting on the bias, and that actually at an angle. Because when you do smaller fish, you actually want to make an angle cut so you have a nice, longer, oblong shape. So even when you do nigiri and sashimi, it'll be really nice, edible pieces. As you can see, I kind of just hold it. And again, you want a sharp sushi knife or sashimi knife and one long stroke. You don't want to be sawing it. You want to just nice. And even in Japan, everything with Japan is actually selling cuts. It's all pulling towards you. So you're bringing the good luck and the flavor all towards you. So it's all one slice. See? Nice and easy. There you go. So let me go grab a plate. So this is actually, if I put it in a restaurant, it would be the yagara slash trevally or papio sashimi combo. If you want to put shiso leaf on the bottom or sliced cabbage, just for presentation wise, by all means, if you're doing it for a party. At home, I'll just put it like this, maybe with a little wasabi on the side, and then everybody has their own little serving trays to show you. And boom! Money. Here you go. Lick your screen. That is beautiful. And delicious. I actually had a little leftover yagara, so what I did was I made nigiri with it. Lightly salted the fish, sliced it up, put it over sushi rice, and actually grated a little bit of lemon zest, and I paired it with a yuzu sauce, which is basically a Japanese citrus and shoyu. So it really is refreshing and gives a pop of freshness, almost like the perfect sushi summer food. And because my avocado tree is also giving fruit right now, and this avocado is the best avocado I ever had. Super creamy, perfect color. It gives a good contrast to the fish because papio is usually a drier fish, but when you pair it up with such a fatty, um, with the fat from the avocado, it gives such a rich and creaminess. So right now I'm just making a little sushi rice. You just take fresh rice that you just cooked. You can buy this sushi mix, or you can make your own, which is basically rice vinegar, salt and sugar. You're gonna mix it in, and you're gonna cut it with the spoon instead of really stirring. You want to just cut it to get each grain flavored. Okay. Right here is the loin that I cut off earlier from the yagara. What I'm gonna do is actually torch it with a little brulee torch. You can grill it, fry it, whatever you have to do at home if you don't have one of these things. But this makes it the perfect texture. It's almost like grilling it on the outside, soft on the inside. And when you cook it, it almost turns crabbish. It becomes really flaky, soft, almost like anago or unagi type of eel, right? It's really soft and flaky. So I'm gonna just torch it. I'm gonna save it later for when I make the caterpillar roll. So right here, I'm gonna make the caterpillar roll. I actually got a mold. You can use your mat if you want, the bamboo mat with the saran wrap on top. But I'm just doing this method because this is probably what you're gonna do at home if you're a novice. And I'm not so good with the mat either. So this is an easy, cheap way to do it. So right now I'm just layering avocado, papillo, all the way down. And just keep in mind that what you want to do is, you see how I put skin side up, skin side down? Make sure you put it the same way. And basically down is up in this situation. So all the parts that's facing down is going to be the top side of the sushi. So keep that in mind depending on the color or look you want to make. So here we go. I'm just going to layer it out. Take some sushi rice. Put it in the mold. And you can be semi-generous because you're going to pack it down really tight. So what I'm going to do is make one nice layer. And I'm actually going to hollow it out. You see how with my fingers? And make sure you wet your hands. That way it doesn't stick. I'm going to hollow it out. And I'm actually going to layer that little piece of yagara in there. And it's going to act almost like a crab. It's so soft and flaky. You see how I just broke it off with my fingers, how soft it was? Then now you're going to put one more layer on top. Super simple. You do this with your kids, even they would like it. You just pile it on. And then you're going to put the mold on. If it's not enough rice, put a little bit more. Because you want it to be actually pretty packed. Because the tighter you make it, the better it holds together. That's why oftentimes using the bamboo mat, makes a way better roll because it makes it that much tighter. So when the presentation comes out, it doesn't just fall apart. It stays very tight together. So okay, I'm putting the last final pieces on it, wrap it with the saran wrap, put the cover on, put the mold on, and then I'm going to give it a nice press. I want to squeeze it all together Compact it really nice and tight. You'll see in a second once I take it out how beautiful pressing it nice and tight makes it look. Look at that. You could have that in any restaurant anywhere and be stoked with it. So this is a little cooking tip. What I do is actually take a paper towel and wet it, and I'll use that to wet my knife. That way the knife doesn't stick inside of the sushi and doesn't tear it up and make the sushi fall apart. Another helpful tip is, you see how I left the saran wrap on? That's not an accident, that's on purpose. It's to keep the integrity of the roll so that you leave a beautiful, beautiful top without having it fall apart and come apart. So what you do is you cut it with the saran wrap on it, and then when you're ready to plate, then you take it off and you layer it at an angle, and you can make it, it'll just look exactly like how when you cut it. See, all you do is just take off the saran wrap, put it on a nice plate. You know, wish I had better plates, but maybe I'll buy some. Now you have a Papio caterpillar roll with sashimi on the side. Nigiri with What's up, everyone? Thanks again for watching another episode of On Fire Fishing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, fish safe and fish with aloha.